morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you're watching this, know that I appreciate you. It's another beautiful morning, 6:44 in the morning. Too much outside noise. 6:44 in the morning. It is July 3rd of 2018. And I'm grateful. As usual, I'm grateful. I appreciate you watching this video. I am grateful that I have the outlet. I'm grateful that it's not just therapeutic for you. I hope it is, and informative, but it's also therapeutic for me to be able to express myself in this way on this platform. Express my thoughts, my observations, provide some of my insights on a certain situation. I am just grateful that I can use this platform to, for the most part, be positive and encouraging and uplifting and enlightening. That is my desire for my channel. And let's see, I could go a couple of ways with this one this morning, but I think I'm gonna save one thought that I'm having. Okay, sun's not so bright right now. One thought that I'm having for a different video, actually a blog video. And yeah, I'll do that. I'll save it for that. But I'm just grateful that this is something that I can do because always that home. Oh, I never noticed that house. I knew it was there, but I just never paid attention to it. It's gorgeous. Great amount of land too. If you read my about, if you read under my about tab on this channel, you'll see that I say something like this wasn't what I had initially intended for this channel, and it wasn't. I was living a totally different lifestyle, and I wasn't in a necessarily negative mind frame, but I wasn't as mindful of my words as I am now. I wasn't as mindful of the feelings of other people as I am now. And okay, I think I can let that down now a little bit. And so when I first started this channel, it was to be about venting, you know, venting my displeasure with certain things in life, and venting my displeasure with certain things in life, and basically calling people out, maybe even being a little bit mean, a little bit crass. So initially, you know, that's where my head was, because I was a totally different person. I was a totally different person in that I was dating several men at one time, and I was okay with it. That's where my head was at that time. I had gone through my divorce. And I still gotta let this one do it, but I'm just trying not to turn the air on because it's not like hot outside yet. And it's kind of crazy to say that 82 isn't hot, or actually 84. I think we're at 84 now, and it's 6:49 in the morning, and it's 84 degrees. That lets you know what the rest of the day is going to look like. But I was in a totally different mindset. I'd gone through my divorce. I was a little bit tainted, and I had started, you know, serial dating, and I didn't give any relationship, if you can even call it that, more than 6 months at a time. I was exploring myself and, you know, my desires, and doing things that I would not have normally done in a previous life, or even in my marriage. I just wouldn't have done it. But here I am, a free woman, you know, single, 3 kids, 3 children that are, especially when I started doing it towards the end, but my kids were a little bit older, so I didn't have to worry about what was going on with them, as far as being able to leave them at home on their own. Then I also had my grandparents who would listen out for them, because we were all in the same building. But I was so jaded during that time, because I felt like I could live my life the way I wanted to and do what I wanted to do with no consequences. I gave no, and I won't say the word, but the bottom line, you know what I'm trying to say. I gave no cares whatsoever. And that's what this channel was supposed to be about. Me not giving any cares whatsoever. Not taking the time to care. Not taking the time to hear why I should care. You know, this channel was supposed to be totally different, but a stall was put on it. A pause was put on it, and I don't know why. I think it was my inner self, my true self, saying, you don't want to put that out there. You're not necessarily brave enough yet to put that out there. That's what I told myself. I wasn't really brave enough to put it out there yet. But I'm so very grateful that I stopped myself, or the Holy Spirit stopped me. I'm so grateful that I did, because once you put something out on the internet, once you put something out on the internet, you can't take it back. It's out there for life, for eternity, for infinity and beyond. It's out there. And I would hate to have all of that negativity out there and then be who I am today, trying to spread positivity and trying to encourage people and uplift people and, you know, give examples of right living. And I've got all this nastiness out there, you know. And some would say, well, that's just the way to show how you used to be and who you are now. The difference between the two, that's called transformation and change. And that's true. But you have those, where I'm going, you have those people that will dig and dig and dig just to defame you, just to slander you, just to make you look bad. And where I'm going, I can't afford that. And not only can I not afford that, but those people that I am going to come in contact with in a positive way cannot afford for me to do that. And that's the thing about purpose. Purpose is not just for you. Whatever your purpose is, it's a beautiful thing. You've got to live it out. You've got to walk in it. You've got to fulfill it. Whatever it is. But it's not just for you. It's for those that you encounter. It's for those that you come across on a daily basis. It's for those that might just happen to hear something you say in passing. You know, you could be in a grocery store talking to someone about something, and they overhear what you're saying and they catch a nugget of it, and that nugget is just what they needed to get them to the next step. You have no idea what people are going through. And to know that something that I say or do can potentially change a person's life for the better in that moment is a beautiful thing. And I take no credit for it because it's not me. It's not about me. It's my gift, but the gift was given to me by God. So it's not something that I can say, oh, I did that, I did this. I can't take credit for it. But I can be grateful that I was chosen to be that vessel that just happened to deliver that nugget when that person needed it. You know, people, especially at my church back in Chicago, people would see me walking through the church and they had one thought of me. They thought that I was stuck up and hard to connect with. And it bothered me only a little because it's not the first time I've heard it. It's not who I am. But I am a very reflective person. I'm a very analytical person. So a lot of times when they saw me in deep thought about something. And they took that to mean that I was being standoffish, and that's further from the truth, because that's not who I am. It's not who I am. But as they began to get to know me and experience me in a different setting, like when I was a part of our women's group there, they got to know me as an individual and realized that I did have some wisdom to share, but that I was also a pretty decent person. And I actually had one lady walk up to me and say, you know, I used to think that you were so mean because the way you walked around this church, and I never wanted to really be around you. I would greet you on Sunday morning if I was a greeter at the door, but I really didn't want to take it further than that because I thought you were so mean. And now that I see you here and I'm getting to know you, I'm sorry that I thought that about you. So you never know what a person is going through, because these people were thinking this about me, but it wasn't that I was being standoffish or mean. I just was being reflective. But by the same token, I had another woman walk up to me because my head is bald. I shaved my head. I've been shaving my head for almost 9 years now. And I don't know what her story is. She never shared her story. She never shared her story, but I know that she wears a wig. And she's not the first woman that's ever said it to me. Not at all the first woman that's ever said it to me. But she walked up to me and she said, I love your hair, and I think you're so brave for wearing it that way. And I thanked her. I thanked her and told her that I really appreciated her saying that, coming up to me and saying it. And I wished her well. I don't know what her journey was. I don't know what her situation was. But again, I know that she wears a wig. So I don't know if she had hair loss issues or what the case may be. But I do know that I appreciated her coming up to me and saying that. So just the fact that, and again, she's not the first person that's done it. I had another young lady at church do the very same thing. And she was talking to my husband about her hair and how she wished that she were as brave as I to wear her hair short out in public. Another young lady that wore wigs. And she had hair, but she had it short. She chose to cut it all off. But then she wasn't brave enough to wear it out. She'd always put a wig on. And she was talking to my husband about it. So he came and got me. He's like, look, you need to talk to her. And I was like, okay, well, about what? And he says she's got having issues with her hair. And so we had this conversation, and she really appreciated me being open and honest with her. And from that day forward, she's not worn a wig. So you never know how what you say or what you do will impact another person. I say all of that to say that you never know what you say or what you do how it will impact a person. I ran into another young lady who for years, the whole time we were there, wore a wig, and the last time we were there, she didn't have her wig on. and her head was clean bald. And I just, when she hugged me, I hugged her with extra strength because I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you for being so brave. I never said it. And she never said anything to me, but I so appreciated her being brave enough to take her wig off and wear her natural state. And there's nothing wrong with wigs. There are many people that wear wigs. I think it is an absolutely beautiful accessory if you wear it correctly. So I have no opposition to wigs or weaves or any kind of hair accessory. I have no opposition to that. But for me, because I can connect to another woman who is bald, I just absolutely adore seeing another bald woman. So you never know, again, how what you say or what you do is going to impact another person. So that's why this channel did not turn into what I had initially intended it to be, because I did not want to taint what it is now. I did not want to push people away by saying old videos of negativity and nastiness and blatant disregard and disrespect, because that's what it would have ultimately been. You know, there are people that make those videos and it works for them, and that, hey, if it works for you, it works for you. It just wasn't going to work for me. So yeah, I think this is going to be the end. I don't think I have anything else to say right now. Again, who knows what the day is going to bring, but hopefully if this is the end, then I can say peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I appreciate you.